Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well and staying safe during this time. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Like I said, thank you so much for checking me out. If you haven't done so, please make sure to hit that subscribe button just right below the video. Cool, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And if you're returning, welcome back. Thanks again for your support. I truly do appreciate having you here.
This is Jeremy Kaufman. Shout out to Liz Clayman for this, and everybody involved at Fox Business that has helped champion the effort to educate everyone inside and outside of crypto on what is really happening with market regulators like the SEC. Take a listen to this 4 minutes. There's a couple pieces in here that you really need to grab a hold of. Check it out.
Exchange commissions claim that crypto firm Ripple's token XRP is an unregistered security has riveted the industry. But it's not the only firm that's battling regulators. Media company Library, whose app runs on the blockchain, is also locked in a battle with the SEC. The firm operates a decentralized video sharing platform. It's called Odyssey. Joining me now is Jeremy Kaufman. He's the CEO of Library. And Jeremy, you believe your case with the SEC could potentially set an even bigger precedent for the crypto industry, more so than Ripple's. Tell us why.
Absolutely. Well, first, our case is almost certainly going to be decided before Ripple's case. And the facts of our case are no different than tens of thousands of other blockchain companies and blockchain tokens. And
really quickly, it's going to be decided before the Ripple case. You wonder how that could inform the judge or not. Keep listening.
And in our case, we didn't even do an ICO. So there's really no facts in this case that are different from any number of blockchain tokens. If Library is a security, then Ethereum is a security. So I think anyone who cares about the blockchain industry in the United States needs to be paying attention to this case, because if we lose, I think the entire industry is severely damaged in the U.S.
And the SEC seems to be really focusing on that word security in particular, because you sold the coin. It was about 6.2 million, and you used that for operating expenses. Is that their beef with you, or is it because they want to? They're saying that you need to classify what you're selling, the Library coin, differently. Please explain that.
Well, let's be clear. If you have to register as a token as a security, you don't have a blockchain token. Okay, that means there's no ability for people to freely exchange it. It means I couldn't send you some without going through some special broker, right? It means
Boom. There's the problem, and there's the rub right there. He just laid it down why it's so important to not let the SEC do the jurisdictional power grab over the majority of the crypto space, because it really inhibits how the tokens are supposed to function. But again, it's a government market regulator that's trying to keep all of us from having the ability to send this stuff back and forth and use it in a well-functioned manner between each one of us.
I can't send you 5 cents without going to a special broker. It kills the entire thing. And what we've done is no different than Ripple. In fact, I love Ripple, but I think we've done things even less than what they did in terms of what they're accusing. And let's not act like there are rules here. The SEC is completely making this up as they go. They're taking a law from the 1940s that says nothing about blockchain, that doesn't apply in these circumstances whatsoever. This is a case in which there's no victim, there's no fraud, no one went to the SEC and said, hey, these guys did something wrong to me. And what they're doing is they're collecting all the facts, they're using all of their subpoena power. We've spent millions of dollars giving them information over 4 years. And then, just like, someone throws the dart and then draws the bullseye around it, That's what they're doing. They're saying, oh, well, this set of facts makes it a security. They can do this to absolutely anyone, and there's no facts that they've discovered that would be different from tens of thousands of other companies and tokens.
Well, and I know that, and you've said that you have offered to pay back the SEC to get them off your back. You've offered to dissolve the company. Some extreme offers made to the SEC. They keep saying no. But you did give a deposition in the case yesterday. What can you tell us about that?
Well, I can tell you that the SEC is terrified of providing any standard that a company can meet in terms of the creation of a token. That's what they don't want to do. I mean, this is an industry. The blockchain industry has been around for over 12 years. Everyone is scrutinizing one speech given 3 years ago that the SEC insists isn't even official. And this is insane. It's out of a Kafka novel that we as entrepreneurs have to guess what the rules are. And if you go in and you ask the government, I mean, I asked them again in the deposition, I say, hey guys, can you tell me anything? Can you give me any positive statements as to how a blockchain company can follow the U.S. law and have the same standard as Bitcoin and Ethereum?
Yeah.
They say, no, we can't tell you.
Understood.
And it's just an insane world. I mean, the deposition was boring. My lawyer said it's like watching paint dry. Okay, because there's nothing exciting.
Most of them are, Jeremy. Most of them are.
And there you have it. I mean, he's really giving you, and you could feel his passion and frustration for where they are right now and how they're stuck, and how the SEC openly admits that they will not give you clarity or guidance. Only the notion of whether we will sue you or not. Well, you know, it doesn't stop there, because why is Gary Gensler's voice a bigger voice in crypto than the CFTC? I tagged Rostin Benham, the head of the CFTC. You've got federal judges ruling on your side. Why are you not pushing back? Or do you agree with Gary Gensler's approach? You know, something isn't right the way that the CFTC has had a federal judge's decision that they are to regulate virtual currencies as commodities. Since 2015, 2017, somewhere around that time frame. And what are we seeing out of the CFTC? Crickets? Unacceptable. Take a look at this very quickly. We're getting ready to change gears here because we're going to get into this. But very quickly, I do want to let you know Monica Long from Ripple X is going to be headed to NFT Alive next week to share the stage with Eternity Chain and Raised in Space, which I'm very excited to hear more about. Raised in Space, the music platform, and how NFTs will be used on that platform. This is where music is going. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a change in gears here. We're moving now, going to talk about an article from the OMFIF, or posted by the OMFIF, which is the Official Monetary and Financial Institutions Forum. It's an independent forum for central banking, economic policy, and public investment. Well, this is what the article is. Are we nearing another monetary reset? Now, I'm not going to go through and read this whole article to you, but this Willem Middelkoop here is nailing it through this, talking about Bretton Woods, failed gold standard at the time, how they came off of it, Nixon, everything involved, everything that we know needs to come today, even referencing the IMF calling for a new Bretton Woods. But then I show you, well, what does it look like? What does that look like? What are we talking about? Because here's the difference. You know, back in the day when the pound was the global reserve currency, and then it changed from that in the 40s to the US dollar. There was no real new system. It was just a new currency put in place. This time, I don't think it's just a monetary reset. It's a new financial system with a monetary reset. And I think you see evidence starting of it right here with R3 is proud to be a technology partner for Project Dunbar. If we look at this very quickly here, R3 is excited to be a technology partner in Project Dunbar, the experimental multi-CBDC platform for international settlements. R3 Sandbox for digital currency, managed and powered by Corda. Now we know Corda has already said a couple years ago that they're going to have it open up to where you can settle on the Corda platform with the Corda settler using XRP, and ultimately building that out to be other digital assets for settlement as well. But definitely XRP is a solution on that. So that's number one. Then we have to deal with what's going on now. This here is from Linda P. Jones. Goldman admits Saudi and China oil trade signals the erosion of dollar reserve status. So we got it coming at us from all sides here. So we have the dollar under fire for devaluation. Plus we have the antiquated system that's in place, and we see the new prototype of R3 and Project Dunbar with BIS Innovation Hub. So then we see this rolled out just a couple days ago as news. The RippleNet network wrapped up, and this is what we're talking about. It was the CIBC, Canadian top bank, coming together to use RippleNet and Ripple blockchain project, which is RippleNet, Ripple technology here, to connect with NBA out of Australia, the National Bank of Australia. But wait, they also said even a day later after that, Israel's top bank is involved as well. Looks like to me we're witnessing the rollout of that new market infrastructure to go along with, at some point, what will be the combating of the erosion of the dollar. If we continue to see this fractionalized zones created because of the sanctions of SWIFT, which have really begun because of the Russia-Ukraine conflict. This is a gentleman here in Canada talking to all XRP holders about the news. Listen to this very quickly.
Hey guys, hi XRP Army, XRP the standards, all the XRP family. So I decided to make this quick video because I found it was super awesome what I heard this morning. So I'm in Canada, right? And this morning on the radio I heard a commercial, and that commercial was from CIBC. And guess what? CIBC just released a statement that they can send to over 150 different countries payment in a blink of an eye. And I thought that was awesome. So we all know what it means. That means they run onto the XRP ledger. They're using Ripple, and that's awesome. And I just heard that on the commercial on the radio, so that's huge.
So it is huge, and that is what this is that he's talking about. But there's more. Remember when we covered this from Wrath at Conman a week or so ago? It was the Arab region talking about the central bank digital currencies and the practical guide for Arab central banks. It mentioned Ripple as the alternative system in a couple places on that document. We went through it really, really intently. Take a look at this. In Europe, Christine Lagarde pounding the ground here. She's concerned about the high volume of rubles being converted into crypto assets since Russia was hit with a barrage of financial sanctions through SWIFT over the last month's invasion of Ukraine. Take a look. Very quickly here. Lagarde says she's most concerned about the high volume of rubles being converted into crypto assets since Russia has made the invasion, since crypto assets are being used to circumvent the sanctions that have been decided by many countries around the world against Russia, in particular, a specific number of players. She goes on to say, here in Europe, we have taken steps clearly signal to all of those who are exchanging, transacting, offering services in relation to crypto assets that are being accomplices. Western sanctions have included cutting selected Russian banks from SWIFT messaging system, rendering them isolated from the rest of the world. Measures that prohibit transactions with Russian central banks have also plunged in the country's economy into turmoil. As a result, Russia have flocked to cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Tether to operate on a decentralized network outside of the official banking system. This, in turn, promoted the European Union to issue a statement earlier this month stressing crypto assets were also included in the sanctions. Now, listen, this is why they're also urgently pushing to get the digital euro out as well. So then we have this from Bank XRP reminding all of us of this from Ripple Insights here. It is the Ripple Liquidity Hub is a digital asset aggregation platform that leverages smart order routing, advances algorithms to source optimized prices for a breadth of digital assets across multiple liquidity pools. This includes Bitcoin, ETH, Litecoin, ETC, Bitcoin Cash, to name a few. It will support both trading and treasury use cases to help build multiple new lines of revenue and unlock a plethora of new avenues for both businesses and financial institutions to remove common barriers to crypto access, deepen engagement, and connect with their customers. It will continue to evolve over time, adding access to tokenized assets, staking, and yield farming. So over time, access tokenized assets like derivatives, things of that nature. Take a look at this. This goes on further here to point to this whole new monetary system and what's going on. And I believe that this is really pointing from the BIS here to the idea of a Ripple Liquidity Hub working in the manner for central banks. In cross-border here, it says here, BIS completion of prototypes for a common platform enabling international settlements using central bank digital currencies. Thanks to EN here. In cross-border payments today, a wholesale bank has to manage its liquidity positions for different currencies by inefficient, inaccurate payment forecasting. In most cases, this has resulted in situations when there isn't enough liquidity to settle a cross-border payment. Listen to this next part. The payment obligation, which leads to settlement delays. With decentralized exchange,
I'm your guy. I will keep you posted. I'm your advocate. I'll be back on a daily basis, usually multiple times per day, with these videos to keep you updated with everything going on. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't done so, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Feel free to share any of my videos with your friends, family, social media, or anybody who may care to listen. Thanks so much for your continued support. I'm always here for you. I want to help you through this time. So thank you so much for continuing to choose me. Enjoy your day, stay safe, and I'll catch you again probably in a couple hours. Thanks, everybody. See you later.